Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to live in a house where something unseen was watching you? Where your bed shakes at night, your furniture moves on its own, and a voice that doesn't belong to anyone in your family speaks from the shadows. This is the true story of the Enfield Poltergeist, one of the most terrifying and well-documented hauntings in history. It all began in August 1977 in Enfield, a quiet suburban town in North London. Peggy Hodgson, a single mother, lived in a modest council house with her 4 children. Life was already difficult, but nothing could have prepared them for the nightmare that was about to begin. One night, 11-year-old Janet complained that her bed was shaking. Her younger brother Johnny confirmed it too. At first, Peggy thought it was childish imagination. But soon, she heard strange knocking sounds on the walls, echoing through the house. The knocks became louder, more deliberate, like someone was trying to answer back. Furniture began to move on its own. Chairs scraped across the floor. Dressers shifted without anyone touching them. And then, the worst began. Janet, the young girl, started speaking in a deep, gravelly voice that was not her own. This voice claimed to belong to an old man who had died in the house years before. Witnesses reported hearing it loud and clear. It was impossible for an 11-year-old child to replicate. Neighbors, police officers, and even reporters from the Daily Mirror witnessed these bizarre events. A policewoman swore under oath that she saw a chair slide across the floor without human contact. But it didn't stop there. Janet was often thrown from her bed by an invisible force. People saw her levitate in midair, crashing against the walls. Photographs captured her being lifted as if by some unseen hand. The haunting grew so violent that paranormal investigators were called in. Among them were Maurice Grass and Guy Lyon Playfair, members of the Society for Psychical Research. They documented over 2,000 separate incidents, from toys flying across the room to chilling voices echoing in the night. Even the Warrens, the same investigators later tied to The Conjuring, visited the house, claiming it was true evidence of demonic activity. Skeptics dismissed it as tricks by the children, but could tricks explain the voices that seemed to come from deep within Janet's chest? Voices that sometimes spoke for hours while her lips barely moved. Could tricks explain the witnesses outside the family, the police, neighbors, and journalists who saw it all with their own eyes? For nearly 2 years, the Hodgson family was tormented by something they could not fight. Janet later admitted that she faked some things to test the investigators, but insisted that most of what happened was absolutely real. She described the spirit as evil, dark, and impossible to escape. Even after the haunting quieted down, neighbors continued to report strange sounds from the house. To this day, the Enfield home stands ordinary on the outside, but forever infamous for being the site of one of the world's most terrifying hauntings. So what do you think? Was it just a desperate family playing tricks for attention, or was something truly dark and sinister lurking in that London house? One thing's for sure, if you ever hear knocking in the dead of night, don't answer back. If this story gave you chills, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends because there are far more terrifying stories still to come.